I was going to ask Phil, over the years, obviously you've done probably hundreds, maybe thousands of live shows and dozens of film and theater productions. Is there something is there a production that really stands out, or if you could return to one, which would you return to? Like, what's been the pearl in your treasure chest of performances so far in your life?
Honestly, I would love to do Bye Bye Birdie again, because when I played Conrad Birdie, I wasn't like, I could have done something like, if me could have done it, I would do so much more with that part because it's so ridiculous. But yeah, that's the one I would do.
You'd glam it up a bit. Maybe Conrad has a loose ponytail.
Yeah, and like you'd whip it around.
Nice.
They just add, I whip my hair back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. How about you?
There's two TV things that I did that were like literally where you have to pinch yourself. The first major recurring gig that I got was on Almost Genius, which was a sketch comedy show, sort of a green screen comedy show where they would take internet fail videos, and then it was a cast of 10 or 12 stand-up comics. A bunch of people actually. Sammy Freed was in it. Neela Handu was in it.
Oh, cool.
Darren McIntyre.
Yeah, I forgot that. I do
Chris
remember.
Robinson, Jason Agnew, like tons of. It was the best, and it was crazy over the top characters. It was 3 months in a green screen studio with ridiculous wardrobe, fake beards, fake mustaches, and we got paid really well too. So it was like we're so used to a few days here and a few days there, and then you're on, and that was like 3 months of a core cast where every week going to table reads and so yeah, we were really spoiled there. That was that one. And then when I did Oh Yuck, the kids show, was like I would get the script and I'd be laughing out loud reading it. It was so ridiculous and over the top, and the world, there was puppets and robots and animation and all.
I loved doing that. That part was made for you.
It was so fun. I would, in my head, I would literally be like, I would be imagining what like Family Guy or Homer Simpson or like cartoon characters. I'd be picturing them in my head and being like, how would they react to this? Because that's the nice thing about kids comedy is it can be so big and bold and wacky and over the top. Like you don't ever have to be like, oh, would a real person do and say things like that? You're not really a real person, which is more fun to me.
I get it. Actually, the self-tape I did earlier with Brandon,
right?
That was like a long time since I was able to just be ridiculous in an audition, and it was actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
It looked great. I really liked it.
Thank you again.
So fun. James Tooby has a question. Phil, was there one show that stands out to you? Now, we talked about a musical that stood out to you. Is there a stand-up show that has stood out to you, or a television show that you've been in that stood out to you? Or that's all that you'll always remember yourself doing?
Well, I love doing Bad Blood with Kim Coates because it was a really well done Canadian produced show. And I met Lisa Barry during that because we were, all of my scenes were with Lisa, and she's an amazing actor, and Kim Coates is amazing too. It was just like so nice, and I got to go to Sudbury and I have friends in Sudbury, so like it all worked out really well, and I had fun because it was the first time I was like taking on a character in a series, with multiple episodes. Having a recurring part, and I really loved it. Except for Alejandro in Terrific Women. I was in every episode of that, which like this is more recent and on the dramatic side, but side note, that show is like still kills me. I wish I could do Alejandro every single day of my life. And
talk about range from Alejandro, who is like way over the top, extravagant, fabulous, and then the captain of a police force as well.
Yeah.
That's some great range for you from comedy to drama like that.
Yeah, that was fun. That's when I realized I'm like, okay, I have to be okay with being an asshole or very mean or the villain sometimes just because I look like that person.
Right.
You know, like all my features tell you I'm gonna kill you, but I'm not. I'm just here. It's a joke. You know what I mean? So it's always fun to play, for sure, 100%.